that we'll be having two guests on this program, this special interview program, to commemorate the 39th year existence of the People's Tele OGTV 25HF. For those of you that are actually joining us late, OGTV commenced transmission on December 25, 1981 at the old Gateway Hotel, 2 rooms actually, 409 and 410. That was the temporary site of OGTV until the station moved to its Olabisi Onabanjo Way office on May 13, 1982. And after that, the station moved to this current complex last year. So it does not really matter, you know, how the history looks like, but the fact is that OGTV is 39 years today. And so we thank you so much, all of you that have called us, and those of you who are still itching to call us to say happy birthday to OGTV at 39. Yeah, we have two guests in the studio, and in the next close to 1 hour, we'll be looking at OGTV at 39, the challenges, the strength of the station, and the efforts to actually create new vista for the organization. In the studio with me this morning is the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Ogun State, ALHAJI WAHEED ODUSILE. Is one of our guests this the People's Tele OGTV, Mr. FESTUS KEHINDE, also on set this morning. Good morning, GM.
Good morning, happy celebration.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start from the GM. 39 years down the line, we've had a whole lot of programs celebrating 39 years of existence. But again, some people will be looking forward to seeing OGTV at 40 next time. They will feel that we should have celebrated 40. Why are we celebrating 39?
Thank you. Let me confess that the celebration of the 39 years of existence of OGTV is just a precursor to the 40th anniversary. We thought we should glorify God, acknowledge what God has been able to do for OGTV, what people have been able to do for OGTV, what successive government has been able to do for OGTV, and to also appreciate our viewers. That is the main purpose of this year's celebration. We're actually planning for the 40th one, and the 40th one is going to be a very big one. We are doing this is a modest one, but 40th is significant. And because it's significant, we are likely to start the celebration early in the year, and it's going to run throughout the year. But we are alive. Don't forget the year 2020 is a special year. Special in various, but OGTV still survived. We did not record any death. We did not record any accident. And we travel daily across Nigeria. Yet we are on. Destroyed from stations. It was not our portion. We should glorify God. So basically, this 39th anniversary is to thank God, to appreciate God. And you will see that we started from the mosque. We went there to say, okay, we must thank God that we are alive. We also went to the church to say, thank you, God. So I think it's always good to appreciate God in everything that we do. And God has been so kind to OGTV. So that is the main cross 39th anniversary.
Commissioner, growing up for you, was OGTV part of your growing up too?
Well, I think I've been part of OGTV for a long time in terms of being a dedicated viewer. And it feels like yesterday now. Yes, my God. Thought if anybody had told me that OGTV is 39 now, I would be doubting that. When did they start? So you see, that shows the impact that you have been able to make in the broadcast industry. And for me, as a young boy growing up in Ibadan, I was an avid viewer of OGTV. Maybe now because I'm from this state, but beyond that, the program was exciting. You know, it was a breath of fresh air. TV brought into TV broadcasting to the We are used to WNTV, later NTV, then NTA. There's been the sole TV station in Nigeria. So if I'm TV should be about the first or the second state-owned television in this country, and of course, I'm not surprised. We are accustomed to excellence. We are great, and the founders of OGTV, especially the then governor of Ogun State, late Chief Olabisi Onabanjo, as you know, was an erudite journalist, professional to the core, and when I started watching, or when you started, I wasn't expecting anything different, knowing the pedigree of Chief Olabisi Onabanjo. And I think OGTV has carried the torch very well since that time. I used to enjoy, most of the time, I would say, I can recall some of the programs I used to enjoy, especially during election time. And where we have to watch OGTV from every ward, polling station, polling units, give us results. I stayed awake all night, especially during the 1983 elections, and the analysis that followed, things that endeared OGTV to some of us. And you had nice presenters, courageous presenters, who are in tune with the feelings of the people and what is happening in society. So we became devoted viewers, almost up to the point of being like an adherent. That was what OGTV was to us when I was growing up. And then, you know, OGTV had a wider reach beyond the shores of the borders of Ogun State. Like I said, I was in Ibadan when OGTV started, and I at the station. And I must say that that stayed with me till now. And Providence has brought me to this position now that maybe it's also an opportunity for me to add my own contribution to the growth of OGTV. 39 years is no fluke. 39 years in the life of a human being is significant, because, in fact, every day is significant, because every day is a blessing. Every day we wake up, it's like, how do I put it now? Well, it's a blessing from God that we wake up every day and we are on our feet, strong, alive. And so for an organization, you know, if you had time to travel around this country, not all the states in Nigeria have a TV station of their own. So if a station could be on its feet and is still kicking strong after 39 years, when some states don't have a TV station, then it calls for celebration. And I want to use this medium, this opportunity, to congratulate the board, management, and staff of OGTV for this anniversary, 39 years. Like, if you have to be a human, and you are, they will say, Ashodumodun, yes, we wish you many more years, and good programming, of course, good programming, and for people's enjoyment. It's no fluke that they call you People's Telly, and I'm sure you have lived up to that. I want to enjoin you to continue in that same tradition, especially if you go back to, I'm sure you have the tape of what Chief Onabanjo, Governor Onabanjo, said when he was commissioning OGTV way back in 1982. But when he started listening to the history, or that you just gave a brief history of OGTV, room 4094. That means just 2 hotel rooms. Yes. And, you know, if you look at that trajectory to this beautiful edifice that you are occupying now, I think you deserve to say God and government and people of Ogun State.
Thank you so much.
That's much I want to say.
Okay, Commissioner said breath of fresh air. OGTV came with that, and of course the reach too. You were part of it all. You rose from here to become general manager of this station. How was it like? I mean, those 2 key points you mentioned are rich, and that the fact that OGTV was a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. The Honorable Commissioner was on point when he mentioned those things. Don't forget that OGTV was the first station to transmit on UHF. It was given allotted UHF then to minimize the coverage. But because we had a governor who happened to be a renowned journalist, and when he constituted the board, he put another eminent broadcaster, an information scientist, Chief Kolabangulu. They made use of the available thing. And like you said, our advert then used to be, you can watch us in Lagos, Ogun, or your Ondo, part of Kwara, part of Bende, and Republic of Benin. And true to fact, you could receive us in all those areas. We happen to be the only state-owned television that could be received in all those places. We brought fresh air to broadcasting because OGTV remained the first station to newspaper review on television. And people were in love with it. It used to be a very detailed newspaper review. If you have listened to or watched newspaper review on OGTV, you don't have to go and buy newspaper again. Apart from that, OGTV we call OGTV Weekend Treat. We commence transmission on Friday and till Monday morning. Nice movie, either Yoruba or English. We also went into partnership with renowned artists there. Don't forget Arelu era. When we are showing Arelu, you won't see Tabi on the road in Abeokuta. Even in other states, because they had that privilege of receiving OGTV.
No, it's Eri Abalaye,
Ogunde, also Pepe, Jima Leo. We've had all of them. The main friend of OGTV for so long, Papi Lolo, Aluwe, all these people featured prominently on OGTV to the delight of our viewers.
Well, the advent of private television stations in Nigeria actually led to exodus of some of our best staff. How did you cope?
That was an equivalent one. Anyway, like people have known now, Ogun State is actually ground for Nigerian broadcasters. Talk of OGBC, OGTV. Even the founder of Channel was the staff of OGBC. Those who started AIT left this station.
Henry Power.
Henry Power, thank you. Henry Power. The Kola Kufureji. See, now the general manager there. Sambelo, Baya Debili. Those were the brain behind all those stations. So, I think we should be proud of them. They remain good ambassadors of OGTV. They went there, they still exist. It shows that they've been properly groomed from this place. And because they're groomed, I think they've also groomed some other people to take audio from them. So we'll be always been planning for successor in OGTV and OGBC. So it took us, but we quickly, because we have a very strong self absorber, we rose to the occasion. And today, we are very happy. Don't forget when we celebrated our 35th anniversary, most of them came here to read news. And that is one of the things we are planning again for the 40th. Most of these people that have worked here and are still making wave in the broadcast industry will come back home and still be part of our celebration. They are always very happy to come. So we thank God. We have always invested so much on training. And that's what we are even doing now. We are planning for digital crossover. We are not going to wait for the day to come before we start training people. We started already. So that by the time we cut over to digitalization, we will run smoothly.
Digitization, that has been something that has been very, very elusive for so many TV stations in Nigeria. The commissioner is here. I'm sure he will actually, probably say some official things about efforts of the state government to actually digitize OGTV, properly.
It's not so much in our hands as a state. So about this digitization thing, it's a federal concern, and it's not as if they will say, Ogun, you have to digitalize. It's a national thing, and it's Nigeria, and I'm sure the time the Nigerian government is ready, I'm sure I'm not anyone government, I'm talking about the federal government. Anytime the federal government is ready to implement this thing fully, Ogun State and OGTV will be ready. And I had cause to have a discussion with the GM on this sometime, on this digitization thing. We are even asking them to give us a special session so that we can do it, or be the regional thing, hub for broadcasting in the Southwest. So I don't know, maybe the federal government has its own hiccups over that. But I know, as a former president of NUJ, I had cause to meet with the Minister of Information several times on it. And when the first digital rollout was done, I think they used somewhere in Jos. Yeah. So I was part of it, and we were given assurances then that very soon the whole country will be covered. I'm sure government is still working on that. I want to believe that. But like I said, anytime federal government is fully ready to implement digitalization, OGTV will not be lagging behind, will not be found wanting. The state government is committed, even beyond digitalization, and I'm sure they have had cause to discuss, even with the board of the organization here and the management. We are on the same page on this thing. We want to take OGTV to the next level. And personally, it will be joy for my part that as a journalist under my watch, that OGTV regain its pride of place as a reference point for broadcasting in Nigeria and even beyond the shores of this country. It will be, that's what, if at all there's anything I want to be said after I must have left the seat as commissioner, is that journalism thrived under my watch. The stations, OGTV, OGBC, became the darling of viewers and listeners once again, and that we are able to compete with the best anywhere in the world. That, you see, we have a fine edifice here. What next stage will be not just to put facilities inside the building, and for the workers to be top-notch, to be up there in terms of training and their delivery. I want to see OGTV with so many channels. I've discussed that with the GM during my meeting visit here. What stops us from having a news channel, for instance, a sports channel, a drama or entertainment channel? So because that is, now people are selective. People are selective. Yeah. Gone are the days that we are glued to one station. Whatever they give you, you watch. If you don't watch, then you go and sleep. In any case, there are very few entertainment outlets during that time. So television was a form of entertainment to us. So whether you like it or not, you must stay glued to it and whatever they give you. But now with somebody, I just only be interested in sports and not everything you do on your station. So if you are not giving him that, he will go to where I can get the sports. But if you have a dedicated channel for that, of course, he will spend his time and money to watch you. Some people are only interested in drama, entertainment. If you have a channel for them, they will spend their time and money to watch you. Now we are going to pay-per-view, although it's not really established in Nigeria. That is what I would call pay as you go. So, but now, if you have nice content and what people want, they'll be willing to pay. And so why shouldn't OGTV cash in on that? So we are willing to support the management to take OGTV to a higher level, especially along that line, where you have multiple channels. And I'm sure the GM himself will be happy that we're doing his time that such thing happened to the people's telly. So we want the people to actually enjoy their telly. That's why we support OGTV to give them the best and what they want.
Commissioner, in my 20 years of working here, openly or secretly, we've had to meet people outside and they will say OGTV is a political station, that we're always pandering towards sitting government, we don't allow opposition come to talk here and all of that. Yes, we've had some measure of that in the past, but not totally. What about this administration?
Under my watch, of course, the GM knows and everybody knows. I've not even given any directive whether not to do this or not to do that. Yeah. And I have not been told, even by my bosses, to give such a directive. And I have not attended any meeting, whether open or caucus, where I say OGTV should not do this or whatever. It's the prerogative of the management to decide on what you want to do. And you know, this accusation of this is a matter of perception. It's a matter of perception. You see, there's no way everybody will be satisfied with what you are doing. So if they say, OGTV is not doing that, I have not seen that policy, and I'm not going to give that. I'm going to set that policy for the station or any of the stations under the ministry. You guys are professionals. I'm satisfied with what government is satisfied with what you are doing as professionals. So it's for you to make sure that you do it well, because the people are not fools. They are watching. So if some people are saying you are not doing this, maybe you are not doing that. I don't know. No. So, listen to them. So, but to me, there's no policy anywhere in government, and I've gone through since I came on board. Gone through the files in my office. I've not seen any where it is written that you should shut your door to opposition. What is opposition? There are indigenous of Ogun State, there are people of Ogun State. If you have the problem with people is that when they don't have a message to pass across, they don't have anything to say, they now expect you to fish out something for them or to create something for them. And you see, journalism is not about recklessness. No, I won't support that. It's not about recklessness. Anybody has journalism, the media, we are told, it's a marketplace of ideas. Bring your own idea. If it flies, it will fly. If it will not fly, it will not fly. There's not to worry about it. So, but people don't have anything to say, but they expect you to 1 hour stay on air to abuse people. Is that broadcasting? No. This thing is a trust, public trust. So we need to give the people. We also need to regulate what goes out. We know it's our responsibility to hold our society together. To hold our society together. And I won't support opening our channels to people that want to destroy society. You know, I used to tell people, one, we are called Nigerian journalists because there's a country called Nigeria. If you use journalism to destroy Nigeria, wherever you go to, nobody will call you Nigerian journalists again. So you must hold our society together first through our channels. One society is there. Whatever dynamics, whatever problems society is facing can always be addressed within the confines of this same thing that we are talking about. So if anybody says this, I don't know.
Okay, GM, I hope you allow me to GM, over the years, even before you became GM, how challenging has that been for you, that particular issue?
Yes, I will say that during serious political agitation, you are likely to have experienced that. But talking about this present administration, like the Honorable Commissioner just said, even before he came in, no one has given me directive not to use, I will not call them opposition, I will say from other political parties. Because like he said, they are not opposition, they are part of this state. When we went to Owodi and Ethiopia to cover the KLM empowerment, nobody raised an eyebrow because it's a member of House of Rep representing Ogun State. We covered it. The government did not raise any eyebrow. Recently, the PDP, we even translated 30 minutes. This state, the government did not pass any comment because it was well managed. So this station is people's telly, and that's what they have been doing. And we never received in this regime call you or listen to me to say don't transmit things from other political parties. We cannot go and beg them to come, but those who have made oversight to us say we have this particular program, come and cover it. We have done that for them.
Obviously, that has made the job very easy.
It has made the job very easy. So there's no tension when it comes to the coverage. We've invited even some of them to be part of some of the discussion on air. But like you said, I will not actually conclude that it has never happened, but not during this particular region.
Well, okay. We have a few comments on Facebook. Don't forget that you can also watch us on Facebook. Comments. Let's know what you're feeling about what you feel about the operations of OGTV. We have Prince Ziad Yusuf saying, "Congrats OGTV, my pride in the 90s. I won't sleep without watching Hollywood movies at 10 p.m. Then in the 90s." Steve Jacob, congratulations once again to OGTV. We will do more of this kind of celebration in Jesus' name. Please, the program I'm requesting that you should bring back on air is not House of Badmore, which is already on air. I wanted to say, which is a program that features Jude Oroha, Ralph Steve, and all of that. But some requests here for some programs to come back. Commissioner, I mean, we are having some requests there too, and all of these things border on content.
No, let me talk about the film.
The foreign film.
The foreign film.
Yes.
We step down foreign film because of right issue, licensing issue. If you cannot buy directly from the source and obtain the license, it is difficult for you to do. OGTV cannot afford to plagiarize or turn the station to criminal station because we want to satisfy the viewers. So we've not been able to get that right in Nigeria. As you can see, I don't think there's any station in Nigeria that transmits foreign films now. It is difficult because the license according to the territory, and for you to be able to even buy one movie, you are paying $10,000, which is a huge amount for some of these stations to bear. So that's for that one. Then it was not as difficult as we have now, and that we have been trying to get some other soap opera that is now transmit in place of that locally produced the Nollywood. We have been using Nollywood films now, and even the government, for the first time, this administration approved and gave us money to purchase local dramas. When I say local, I mean the Nollywood drama. It has never happened. But because they want us to be able to continue to be relevant and become properly people's tele, it's okay. Why not? And that's what I've been trying.
Okay. I was actually going to go to that, Commissioner, that content. Content is very, very key. And just like you said the other time, people don't watch TV these days. They don't watch stations anymore. They watch programs. And so easily they could switch from one station to the other. Now, how we really be willing to help OGTV move to the next level in terms of content? You mentioned multiple channels, new entertainment channels, sports channel, and all of that, because you have the knife and the yam. So how more elaborately we really want to help OGTV?
If we have the knife and the yam, the child or the children must also tell us, "I'm hungry," so that we know the size of the yam to give. What I'm saying is that the management at OGTV said you need to tell us what you want to prioritize. Because of course you can't get everything, so you prioritize, and we look at what we have and what we can give, and also look at what the society is asking for. So because our society, because we are really working for society, there's no point. Okay, he mentioned this about purchase of local films and whatever. Apart from putting those people in employment, those who are producing those films, putting them in employment, it's also educating and creating viewers, and can appreciate and key in into what is being shown and understand what is being shown, because it is what they experience on a daily basis, and they can use that experience to adapt to their own situation. So promotion of local artists is because you cannot continuously rely on foreign content, because apart from the exorbitant cost of such things, it might be counterproductive when it comes to the impact on society. You see, some of the culture being portrayed there are alien to us. And so if we import that hook, line, and sinker and give to our kids, you see some deviant behaviors in them. I begin to wonder, where did you learn this? And if you look closely, you see that it was what they saw on television. So, and it would be stupid of us, if I can use that word, to use our money to buy something that will create problem for our future, because the children are our future. So we want a society that is rooted in our culture, but not close to the extent that we will not welcome other culture. So where, like I said, the management needs to tell us which area it needs assistance, and we look into our pocket and see. It's a good thing that we share the same goal. The vision for OGTV is the same. Take the people's study up there. So we'll be willing to do whatever it takes and whatever is possible to that happens to OGTV.
In the past, there used to be this tendency of government agencies not really patronizing the state-owned television station or radio station adequately. How do you intend to change that under your watch?
No, I'm not going to change it. You know why? You have to market yourself. Okay. I've told you, it's not as if I will say go to OGTV because it's OGTV. No. OGTV must make itself relevant. Government agencies will be forced to come to OGTV. So that's, it's a competition. It's a competition. Because if you have to rely only on government agencies being forced to come and patronize you, then you don't make any headway. But if you have to compete to get the attention of government agencies, I'm sure you'll be creative enough to get that attention. But that does not mean that if agencies, of course, if for instance, I want to do something and the main audience is here, it would be stupid to say, let me go and go to other stations. No.
I think the question students have been patronage is seeing government agencies paying for services rendered. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I know you are supported that. That's why I want to get people.
So I told my colleagues, see, this thing can be for free. Yeah. If you go outside, you pay. Exactly. So why won't you pay OGTV?
Exactly.
I want to pay them.
Exactly. Sir.
So that's fine. So I told them that. But if you want me to say deliberately, you must go to OGTV.
No.
OGTV must position yourself so that nobody can ignore you, even in government.
Ladies and gentlemen, we actually want to say something about the positioning the commissioner is talking about. I know we have a retainership with a whole lot of government agencies. Are we doing more?
No, that's why I modified the question a bit. And the minute you put it that way, the commissioner responded positive. We have all the agencies in the state. Even His Excellency at one of the Treasury Board meetings said all agencies should pay for services rendered because these things have been captured in their budget. So why won't you pay?
I want to pay for them.
So, but luckily, many of the agencies now we now have them on our retainership. So it's just a matter of phone calls, and then we run to the place. So for whatever they want to do, because we work towards the same goal. The captain is and he has his own vision and mission for the state. And all the other agencies actually work towards. Ours is to also be part of that. To tell the people that, this is how far you have gone. And this is what they are presently doing. Or this is even what they plan to do. So all the agencies are keen to that. And whenever they are doing anything, any event, they call us. And those that are not actually come on board on the institution, we tell them, look, come on this or you pay. And most agencies cannot even pay the premium. And that's why we created the retainership platform, which is more friendly. To say, okay, just pay X amount and then we cover in order to support ourselves. I think we are on course on that. And in fact, the agencies that have been, or the ministry, or the NBA that are on our retainership are the envy of the other that have not been able to come. Because they see them regularly and they say, what did the ministry of Agric gave you? Or education. But because they are on our retainership, we see them as partners in progress, and then we work together.
No, I'm aware, even in the ministry where I preside, information and strategy, where we have to do things for other agencies. Because, for instance, I tell people we are the PR arm of the government. So, and everything, and it's a good thing. Even the His Excellency Prince Abiodun, MFR, told all the that whatever you want to do is with the media or in publicity, you must get a clearance from Minister of Information. So when they come forward and I see their plan, where I say, say OGTV, yes, I look at the budget. If you are saying, why is OGTV budget like this? You must pay them more, because if you don't pay them, how would they work? So I always ensure that whatever they are doing, when I see the budget, I say, I put OGTV, OGBC, pay them for what they are doing for me. So, and they have been complying with that, because it was a directive anyway from His Excellency that all of us have to do that. And that should also tell you and our viewers that this government is committed to making OGTV to be viable and be a good station that everybody will enjoy.
Very unique here, for all reasons, and there will be so much expectations from OGTV and from the state government. As the man that is in charge of the information machinery of Ogun State government, Honorable Commissioner, what would you like to say to the people of Ogun State as we're approaching the new year?
I think on 2 occasions in the past couple of weeks, the governor, Prince Abiodun, said something which I think, even he said it at the budget presentation, that 2021 will be a better year. And I'm also optimistic. And from the data, from the figures, from what we have before us, 2021 promises to be a better year. And on our part as a government, we will do our best to impact that on our people. So let people have a feel of that 2021 is a good year. And like some people have been saying, to have gone this far with this terrible year called 2020, it means to thank God. And don't forget, apart from COVID-19, that actually taxed us, the NSAS thing was another strain for us. And it's a divine intervention. Ogun State came out very well compared to other states in terms of the COVID-19 and NSAS. In spite of the fact that the index case of COVID-19 was recorded in our state here. And the other day I was discussing with the Commissioner for Health, and was saying that yes, of course we are flattening the curve in Ogun State. Yes, we want to further reduce it. I'm talking about COVID-19 now, but we are not doing badly. So it's a cause to rejoice and thank God for His mercies on us. And as we look forward to 2021, as a government, as a people, we should also need to dedicate ourselves to God and work harder. And like our anthem says, Isheya. So, one of the mantra of this government is that when we pull resources together, put all hands on there, I'm sure 2021 will be better for us in Ogun State. As prophesied, I would say prophecy, prophesied by Governor Prince Dapo.
Yeah, we know you are not Commissioner for Information and Strategy and Commissioner for Health. But at the same time, I would like you to say a few things that, because a new variant of COVID-19 has been discovered, and I know the state government has actually, churches have to reduce 50% capacity and all of that. Now, but there is this feeling in town that, Ijọba today, or government has come again, or what is all this? You want to use the opportunity to...
Good health of the people. Public health, is what the government should do. What the government should do. And you see, little discomfort now to ensure a better tomorrow for us. Is it not better?
Yes.
Better. Is it not better? See, and I'm sure our people understand this. They understand this. And I don't know if I say mischief makers are spreading that kind of thing. Maybe the word mischief is too strong. But people deceiving people, the society. COVID-19 is real. COVID-19 is real. It's real. And you see, whatever is necessary to be done by government will be done by this government to ensure that that pandemic is not, we won't create a situation where it will spread. You know, there are some events called super spreader events where people gather, and we have before that, where we have large gatherings, it's likely, in fact, most certain that if somebody has COVID-19, it will spread to others. That kind of gathering. So the government say, no, reduce the number of people that will come for whatever event you want to do, whether religious, social, whatever. When we ban parties, carnivals, it's not because we don't want people to enjoy themselves, but we don't want people to endanger their lives, to endanger their health, to risk their health, because one person in a crowd of, let's say 50, 100 or more that has COVID-19, spread it. And people will go back home. If you look at some of the things, the guidelines that was released, it also says that, especially old people, we need to be very careful with them. People go out, the young ones, maybe for whatever reason, they are asymptomatic. They have it, they won't know. They go to parties, feel happy, feel fine, and they come back home and infect their aged parents.
Mm-hmm. What about enforcement, Commissioner? Enforcement, because we've had times in the past that a government will say don't do this, and people will still go ahead. I think there is, we've also seen some loopholes in terms of enforcement of these directives from government.
Well, first, the safety or the good health of everybody lies with the individual first. And when we graduate from that, when people see bad things, they should cry out and say this thing is bad. Law enforcement agents have been sufficiently mobilized, you see, to guide against any infraction about these guidelines, and also to any greatly. Some people who want to test the will of government, I think they're making a mistake. Test whether this thing, no. It will be apart, because we will not allow you, if you want to infect yourself, we won't allow you, but even if you infect yourself, we will not allow you to spread it. So if you try to do that and say, want to test the will of government, it will be dangerous. It will be, I will advise them against that, because all the law enforcement agents have been sufficiently mobilized to ensure that what government says should not happen does not happen. And anybody who wants to make it happen then will face the wrath of the law.
GM, sometimes people will say if people will not blow a trumpet for you, you need to blow it by yourself. Let's look at the scorecard of OGTV in the last close to 365 days now. By being modest, in the last 1 year, the scorecard of OGTV.
Thank you. You started by saying we should not blow our trumpet, but you are still asking me to blow it. Okay? Let me just say we thank God for this year. This year a lot of things happened that could have crumbled all the plans we have. But to God be the glory. Why we were unable to do something, some new challenges came up. We could have been so idle during the COVID era. But this government, because they strongly believe that we need to learn, even while at home, they brought the idea of DigiClass. DigiClass was a challenge, but we took it up. It was a novel idea by any government in Nigeria, and that's why Ogun State happened to be the first state to start e-learning. So, OGTV rose to the occasion. Let me confess to you, even His Excellency paid for that service, because he strongly believed that OGTV must survive. So, with that, we were fully engaged for that 5 or 6 months of COVID. Apart from that, we also deliberately created some other programs that could be paid for during that particular era. We are unable to cover any social event again, no AGMs, no conferences, no seminars.
No social events.
Yeah, no social events. But out of, we were able to also put heads together and design some other programs that are COVID-19 related, that's of interest to people. And they gladly paid for such programs. Again, like I said earlier on, government also says, okay, our people are going to be at home. What do we do for you? Okay, have this to improve your content. Get movies that are educating and entertaining enough for our viewers. If they do. Even this year, His Excellency recently gave us a bus. This is one thing for so long. I remember the last governor that gave OGTV a brand new bus happened to be that of late Olabisi Onabanjo. But recently, we got another brand new bus for personal use in OGTV. Even this year, we've gotten approval for cameras. A station like this can only survive on high-end cameras because there should be synergy between your camera and your studio equipment. And the only thing now is tapeless. I know with that much I do, we've gotten some, we are expecting more. This year, our ODUSILE was captured in the budget, but for the COVID-19. But when the Honorable Commissioner, it happened to be one of the first things we worked on. They go and bring your needs and put it in terms of a scale of preference, which we did. And I know nearly all these requests were captured in our 2021 budget. The plan of this government is to upscale OGTV transmission. Take it back to where it used to be. Restore the lost glory. Because it is not that any other station is better in terms of personnel. You said it. Most of the personnel they are using today happen to be from this station. But it is equipment. At the moment you could solve the problem of equipment, oh God, we are there. And I know, and I'm, like he has prophesied, and I claimed it, that next year will be better for OGTV and OGTV. The major problem we have not been able to solve is the power. The power issue has become so problematic to us. We spend more than 70% of our IGR on diesel because the power from the public power supplier has been so epileptic. Every year they will query us that even the House of Assembly that why are you spending so much on diesel? We are near 24/7. I remember there was a time we thought with the idea of reducing our, but they said no. But if you say you not transmit between 12 a.m. I mean in the midnight and the morning, they said you are denying some of the State indigenous opportunity of watching OGTV. Those are in another time zone. And so you cannot afford to close it. And I agree. Because we never thought of that thing. Not knowing that. And we are getting feedback that our people actually watched at that time. So we need to be on near 24/7. That means we have to pay more for this. So our appeal is that we should be put on the government IPP. When we are on that, we know we are paying to one source. Now we pay NEPA, we service generator, we buy diesel. So last chunk of our revenue.
Okay, all right. We'll be taking a break now. Home stretch of this special interview. We'll come back. We have a commemorative cake to mark the 39th year of the People's Study. A beautiful cake here. And so in a short while, we'll do a small ceremony inside the studio here to cut the cake and say bye. So let's take this break. We'll be right back shortly.